Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This on the Nerd Eternal Network. Today we're going to be talking about recent events, I guess. The biggest news, of course, being the Disney-Fox deal has finally gone through. We'll be discussing some of the details involved with that and where we hope it goes from there. I'm your host, the experienced some call Jason. With me today,
The Todd Father.
CBL 113.
The token unprepared doomsday prepper, Tarky.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Doomed to fail, failed to doom.
Just random shit.
Alright, so anyway.
Well, now I gotta explain.
No, you don't. Just leave it alone.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, Disney-Fox deal has gone through. It is official now. We now know for sure nothing's going to pop up at the last minute and foul it up.
Disney is this much closer to monopoly on all entertainment.
They just want all entertainment. Just a little bit of all entertainment.
So next up is the FX acquiring.
Nah, let them buy Sony's movie division next. I heard it was up for sale. Then they wouldn't have to kiss the ass of Spider-Man anymore. It's all ours.
Well, to be fair, what other film franchise is Sony doing a lot of right now?
Like anybody follows Sony. Like anybody cares.
That's it. I'm just like, I can only think of Spider-Man right now.
Like I said,
I
think they were literally petty enough to go, oh, you won't make a deal with our characters, will you? All right, we'll just buy all of it. It's ours. Now what? Fuck off. We do what we want to do.
Now you're Sony, a division of Disney.
Hey, Sony, we're looking at. We're coming for you.
You see, you're gonna catch these ears.
Any of you folks that are obsessed with The Simpsons, go back through The Simpsons for us and look and see if they forecasted it for us.
The surest way to know if this is actually going to happen.
Yeah.
Check old Simpsons episode. So anyway, that gives them X-Men and Fantastic Four back.
And all their related universes.
Yep.
Now, from what we've been hearing, they're saying not to expect any X-Men movies out of Marvel Studios till at least 2022.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, is probably the wiser decision than to try to just jump right into it.
Yeah. They need to sit down and make sure they've got a plan.
Which I don't think they have.
Which really, they'll probably sit down and go, but the story we have with the most powerful female character is Dark Phoenix. But we've already done it twice. Third time's the charm.
You don't know. This Dark Phoenix may be wonderful. Though it has made anything that Fox would drop from here on out completely pointless.
Well, the trick is, I think only Dark Phoenix is going to drop from Fox.
Yeah. Well, and it's pointless. I'm going, but it's pointless.
But it's pointless other than it might serve as a decent wrap-up, depending on how they end it. It might serve as a decent wrap-up for the...
I say we should have the death of Fox Men party at Dark Phoenix. Woo! No matter how shitty this is, we never have to watch another one of these shitty things. Woo!
The costume will at least be 70% right from now on.
You hope.
If they were smart, they would go back and tie it into the snap.
No.
They can't.
No.
They can't.
Stop.
They
Yeah, because
can't.
you want to
Marvel's
watch...
already screwing up and putting enough plot holes in their continuity with Captain Marvel, so let's not tempt anymore.
Now, to be fair, though, if Fox knows it's the last one, do they want to get petty?
No, because that'd be getting petty with their bosses.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
You fight. Ah, you thought that was cute? You fight.
Have the final fight, Dark Phoenix doing all this stuff, and then suddenly she turns to dust, and everyone goes,
The hell
wait,
happened?
how does that work time-wise?
Considering they're set in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, they have Captain Marvel in the fucking background, flying into space during a fight.
No, that's when you have the rogue thing.
Yeah.
And then the sequel, Captain Marvel sequels, can deal with her getting her memory back before she shows up in Endgame.
What the hell happened to me?
Genius.
Hey, you got touched.
Though, speaking of pointless, there is rumor that the New Mutants movie, which would be pointless because of the merger, may not even be allowed to release to theaters.
It was pointless before.
They may only release it on Disney Plus,
Oh.
which is Disney's upcoming streaming service.
Oh.
Anybody know when that's supposed to be dropping?
Nope. No idea.
I thought it was supposed to be out this year.
It may be
already.
out.
Well, maybe,
It may be out later this year. Some of the stuff they got Marvel, I'd really only be watching it for the Marvel stuff, and you got to have Endgame before you have any of that stuff. So
Yeah.
and even those, I'm kind of sitting there going, well.
But I had heard they'd been doing a lot of reshoots with the New Mutants, and truthfully, even from the premise, it just did not sound like it was going to be worthwhile.
X-Men is a horror movie. Don't work.
No.
It don't work.
When you shoot laser beams from your eyes, not much shit should scare you long term.
Well,
Well,
you know what? I take that lie back because if they did the original New Mutant story, that essentially was a horror story. The Demon Bear, the Demon Bear was a horror story.
But the
Magic.
trailers look like they were trying to do your typical kind of, it's helpless teenagers kind of thing, and you're dealing with mutants. No.
Yeah. I didn't know.
But, you know.
Like I said, that's one of those, they could use the Demon Bear. I know Ilyana was in it. If they do anything with Limbo, it's a horror story.
Yeah. Or they could bring in those demon things that are vaguely alien looking. You know, one pops up.
The Nagari.
Yeah. You know, you could do something with them, but
Yeah, like I said, they could.
it's something that'd be hard. It's something would be hard to pull off with the movie. And
But it was one of those that I wasn't looking forward to it. I don't care if it shows up on some streaming service that I actually have. I watch it because.
yeah. Well, you know, if it showed up somewhere where we could watch it easily, you know, we'd watch it. Just
I wasn't paying. I wasn't going to a theater and paying for it though.
Yeah, that was one I was not expected to pay for.
Dark Phoenix, like I said, Dark Phoenix I'll pay for.
Yeah, the trailers don't look bad. I mean,
You know, it's
going to be another Foxmen movie, but
like I said, now that I know that it's the last Foxmen movie, yeah, I like it a lot better. Oh, it's great. Oh my God, these things were horrible. I remember when this was all we had to hope for. Yay.
yep, I remember when I looked at the X-Men in biker leather, and well, okay, I was complaining about it even then, but I was at least excited about the movie.
The Matrix. This sucks.
Oh,
Man,
those costumes ruined the books for years after that.
At least they've got powers and they're using powers and it looks okay in a fight. Okay, I'll keep going to them.
Well, to be honest, I start going to him as a joke. Me and Travis would go to him and sit there and pick, mock at him. And we would only watch them together because it was like, you know, what we gonna do? We go sit here and watch X-Men and dog it from the time that it comes on till the time it goes off. And then DC came along and took that particular.
They came along. Oh, you thought the Foxmen movie sucked, did you?
Hold my beer.
Here's Murder Superman. He murders people and he's Superman.
It's murder. It's
He's
murder.
like an oxymoron, but real.
It's Psycho Soups and the goddamn Batman. Hey, it's the one version of Batman, other than the one from Zernar, that I never wanted to see in a movie. Great.
Now hold on. A version of Zernar Batman was real good.
Yeah, I never wanted to pay for a movie. Hey, it's the Batman of Zernar. I could easily keep my money on this one.
No, there was just one comic book story where he had more or less went, is there a way I can trick myself into pumping out as much adrenaline as possible? And he basically found some people who could hypnotize him to do that. And yeah, he was the Batman of Zernar during that. And then you found out how he got the name was talking about the Zorro movie to his dad saying that, you know, there are no Zorros in the real world because Zorro would be in Arkham. Zorinar. And I was like, that's actually vaguely neat wordplay.
Considering they had a name from, what, the 50s?
Yeah.
Or 60s that they just had to squeeze in there? Yeah.
When he showed up in the Brave and the Bold, he did not completely suck. Of course, he had Superman's powers in it, but yeah, was what it was.
Well, it was Brave and the Bold, you know.
There couldn't be a bad episode of Breaking the Bold.
Love letter to the 60s.
What the hell were we talking about? Oh yeah, the brilliance,
Talk about Disney.
The
the brilliance of
The new movie.
the Foxman movies.
Now, the one thing that I've been hearing rumors that they will not be rebooting is Deadpool.
Yay! I'm enjoying those.
Well, and let's face it, Deadpool's probably only got one more on him anyway.
Yep. And it was always the one that was kind of closest to the MCU anyway. It felt fairly MCU adjacent.
You could just about pull him into the MCU without too much.
Yeah.
Well,
Considering you'd already had a
Other
helicarrier.
than
well-
you have an established X-Men team.
Yeah.
as long as you get Thanos out of the way first. Because Deadpool would not be able to face Thanos and not go, don't you sort of look like Cable? That joke would be there.
This is true.
And I want Thanos out
And
of the way.
if that was a joke in a Deadpool movie, that's fine.
Yeah.
You would need to tone him down a little bit.
There
in other
was.
stuff.
Yeah, pump the
I'm
hate
saying,
towards Thanos.
Yeah. And Deadpool too.
That's the thing. In Deadpool, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I do not want that to show up in an Avengers film
Yeah.
that has Deadpool running around.
Well, truthfully, Deadpool should never show up in Avengers. They've stuck him in Avengers teams in the books, but Deadpool ain't an Avenger. Truthfully, Spidey ain't a damn Avenger. You lose. I understand. Oh, it's our flagship. Let's stick our flagship on our flagship team.
The Avengers were never the Justice League in that manner, though.
No. And that was the thing with New Mutants. That was Marvel trying to go, well, why hadn't the Avengers ever been the Justice League with our flagship?
What do you mean with New Mutants?
Pardon?
You said New Mutants.
Oh, with New Avengers, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that was. I don't know if it was Marvel saying that or it was Bendis saying that.
Who let him do it?
Fair enough. So anyway, we should get at least one more Deadpool movie, kind of in the vein of what we're familiar with. I am curious what the next one will be rated.
Well, they said that they're going to let him stay R.
Okay.
But they'll make a PG-13 version. That way they can sell it twice.
Yeah, whatever works. I never did see how Once Upon a Deadpool did.
Well, it was limited release anyway.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. They only did it for like a window and then it was gone.
Okay.
You can rent it now on the streaming services, and then you can also buy it in the stores.
Yeah, I probably won't be doing that.
That was one of the Deadpool movies for me. I see them once and I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not as enamored as some people are.
It's cute enough.
I will
But
watch
it gets
the first one on
a
occasion.
little old.
But yeah, he burns out for me pretty quick.
I almost kind of wish Disney said, yeah, we're going to reboot it. And then another Deadpool movie comes out and it's still Ryan Reynolds. Just because I'd love the
You know
joke.
what
Well-
I like? Do an X-Men movie where Deadpool's one of the bad guys.
No, that's what
Not
I
the
mean.
least bit different than he's appeared before.
Uh,
He's just one of the bad guys. Because when they have him the hero in his own movie, they try too hard to make him heroic. And Deadpool's not exactly heroic.
Yeah.
You know, him show up and be like, "Hey guys, sorry about having to fight you this time, but they're paying better than you guys. No hard
Something. I mean,
feelings,
he's a merc.
Yeah."
it just shows
Have we
up.
seen him take a merc job yet?
No.
At the very beginning of Deadpool, when he was
Not as Deadpool.
but not as Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah, you have not seen
It has all been him dealing with his personal crap.
But see, now it'd actually be kind of fun for him to show up in, maybe not Avengers, but one of the films, just as a random villain going, yes, how I get in this movie, studio's paying me, I'm fighting you.
Yeah, same for X-Men. That's his world.
Yeah,
He don't really work in Avengers.
but then again, can you really put him in an X-Men film?
Why couldn't you?
Not one of the Fox men.
Because then he'd want to be an X-Man. He's not allowed to be an X-Man.
But that's just it. Even in his movies, he didn't want to be an X-Man. Colossus wanted him to be an
Yeah,
X-Man.
that's what I'm saying. Well,
His whole thing was, I'm not a hero.
which is a weird dissonance from the comics, where he's always jokingly like, I want to be an X-Man. I want one of them suits.
He was running around in Jean Grey suit for a while.
Yeah, for a little bit. Now, with this talk of the X-Men, though, I have not been hearing any rumors about the Fantastic Four.
Me either. And I'm actually more excited. I would be more excited about them than I would be the X-Men.
My opinion, I think they're gonna end up holding them back and dropping them in the Black Panther 2 movie.
That's possible, because you haven't heard anything about them really. I think they've got a director, maybe, but they really haven't been.
What, for Black Panther 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coogler. That was their thing, is they're waiting on Coogler.
Oh, okay. So, they're not. They don't seem to be doing a lot of work on it right now.
The latest Black Panther
they
2
could be
rumor
waiting.
was Namor. The latest Black 2 rumor was Namor. That's the
I think I
thing.
saw somebody post some art about that. Yeah.
His Namor is. They were saying Namor is either coming to Doctor Strange 2 or Black Panther 2.
If he comes to Black Panther 2, he'll probably be the villain.
Yeah, which works.
I mean, Doctor Strange, it fits only in that they were both defenders. But I don't really know how you'd make that work in a movie.
Well, see, smart is
Unless they did the old
introduce him in Panther, make him an anti-hero, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got you another franchise because now you got access to every damn one of the Defenders. Strange, Hulk, Silver Surfer, Namor, Valkyrie. Hellcat, if you choose to include the stuff from the TV show, you really only need Nighthawk. You've got a Defenders team.
Yeah.
Hell, you got a Defenders team even if you don't add in the weaker ones because you got the originals. Strange, Hulk, Namor, and Surfer. And run with it. That makes doing the Defenders or hell, the Midnight Suns makes better sense than trying to shoehorn Strange into the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something they've yet to seem to realize. The Avengers is your public team. You don't have creepy mofos on the Avengers.
Except Hulk, sort of, sometimes.
Well, the whole
was
trick
really
with
on the
Hulk,
thing
Hulk
for
was
like
only
four
in there
issues.
one issue.
Oh yeah.
Issue 2, he leaves.
Yep. And then 3 and 4, they're hunting him down?
Yep, they are hunting him from then on. He ends up teaming up with Namor. And he's Hulk in the early issues of the Avengers, he was the villain more often than he was the teammate. Like I say, he was literally a teammate for, a half an issue. Because they're hunting him the first half of the first issue of Avengers. They realize it was Loki. They team up to fight Loki. They go, okay, we'll be a team. And in Avengers 2, the Space Phantom comes, and what little trust they had in him evaporates because he takes his shape and stuff. And hell, at the end of the issue, Hulk goes, I'm out. Y'all shown y'all really don't trust me worth a damn. I'm gone. That was kind of the problem I had when the MCU Avengers movie came out. It was cool for him being there, but then in the books, they start going, well, let's stick Hulk on the Avengers. Hulk ain't no Avenger. People don't... The Avengers are the people you hope show up. You can't put really, really creepy motherfuckers or monsters or something like that on the team. It don't work.
Yeah, because when the Hulk shows up, things get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Smashed.
Well, I mean, that's true of most superheroes to some degree.
But the trick is, Hulk tended to be a tornado all through the 70s. Hulk would wreck your town. Oh, you remember that town? Yeah, what happened to it? Hulk. The Hulk showed up and wrecked it.
Yeah, he stopped the monster, but yeah, he
Well,
shut
hell,
it down doing
Sometimes
it.
he was a
No,
monster.
a lot of times he was the monster.
Yeah,
Banner comes in there, somebody picks on him, he morphs out into the Hulk wrecks your shit.
yeah. What I'm saying is, if there's another monster that the Hulk's fighting, yeah, he may stop that other monster, but yeah.
But that was
Hulk.
one of the reasons why Hulk's and all those heroes doesn't have a great rogues gallery, because most of the time Hulk was the monster. He was the problem.
Yeah.
He was the misunderstood monster.
I know, he's got a better rogues gallery than some of them. So what are we hoping for out of a Marvel
Emerge.
Studios
Emerge.
X-Men?
Costumes, colorful costumes that look like they looked in the comics. You know, if they get as recognizable as they managed to with the Avengers, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't know, cause like, I don't know how many more Hugh Jackman has in the tank.
But Hugh ain't coming.
Hugh said he's retired.
Hugh ain't coming
Yeah,
back.
that's my thing.
Yeah,
though.
Ryan Reynolds can't even talk him into a Deadpool movie. So
Yeah, I'm like, I don't. And Wolverine's one of the top tier marketable X-Men. So
he's the only one that carry a book regularly.
Yeah, but the trick is there are other people that could play Wolverine.
Yeah.
I know it's just in my heart of hearts, I went, Hugh Jackman did a real good job.
There was a part of me that when they first started talking about it, I was like, oh, I wish they could get a Hugh Jackman to come back. But it's one of those now where, yeah, I don't really care if he comes back or not. I just want costumes. I like costumes. And for God's sake, don't put Magneto in every fucking movie. Jesus Christ. I am so sick of him and Mystique, I don't know what to do. Because that was the Fox formula. The Fox formula is, oh, he's the bad guy. And he's in, him and her are in every damn X-Men movie. They are not that deep. He's not that deep. He's a villain. Beat him, let him go away for a while, bring him back later if you like him that much. But Jesus Christ.
Maybe have him punch a Red Skull a couple times.
I'm sick of
That'd be
the.
about it.
I was sick of the formula, because the formula is, well, let's have X-Men movie, let's have Magneto in this damn thing. Oh, look, Magneto betrays you about halfway through, and he ends up being the damn problem. They nerfed Apocalypse for that crap. They nerfed the Sentinels for that crap. You don't need Magneto as the bad guy. The Sentinels are the bad guy. Fight that for once. It's not. One thing I think they did some of that so they didn't have to deal with the fact that the X-Men is based off racism. Fight that shit. It's something you ain't gonna beat.
That's one thing.
And it gives you,
the show that the Fox show they got on TV. That's one thing they deal with is the racism about.
Yeah, the Gifted is a hell of a lot darker X-Men universe because they actually fight what the hell the X-Men were formed for. They got flat out governmental. They got systematic racism in that shit. You ain't gonna beat that with optic beam, which is nice. The Gifted in a lot of ways feels a hell of a lot more like the X-Men thing than any movie they ever did. Because it is. When they show up, mutants on the run, they are hunted. It is a crime to be a mutant. Period.
You can have a mom and dad and their kids sitting in a malt shop or wherever, and the kid just, sneezes and all of a sudden, their mutant powers manifest. Mom and dad find that kid's a mutant. Lock it up,
Well, even if they don't go lock it up, society's going to lock it up. Because the parents in that was their thing. Hell, they were anti-mutant. The dad worked for basically registration and stuff like that. Yeah, and they find out
he was the chief prosecutor.
Yeah, and both of his kids were mutants. And it's like, shit.
Quick, what's his power? His fingernails can grow at will. Lock him up.
Done right, it's that deep.
Yeah.
You're trying to get your point across.
All right, what about FF? What do we want out of an FF movie?
Costumes.
Whoever the Johnny Storm is to go on to a better Marvel movie later.
and then get beat up by Black Panther. Because Black Panther has beaten up both of your former Human Torches.
Speaking him talking about that, I would like to see whoever's playing Johnny Storm be on a conference call with Captain America, and
the ghost of Killmonger? He's dead, man. He ain't getting in that fucking
and
conference.
having something in the background about Black Panther and Killmonger fighting. That way, there's a shout out to everybody that's played.
You want one scene with the two of them somehow shoehorned.
Yeah, shoehorned in there. It's like, just that joke that.
Now, to be fair, you could do it on a military base, because Killmonger was very honored in the U.S. military, so you could shoehorn one in, but don't.
Yeah, he was a CIA spook. I doubt they got whole hell of lots of pictures of him. Yeah.
Oh, Killmonger had a huge confirmed kill count and all that.
Yeah, but that was it. He was a spook. He was Black Ops. Yeah, it's.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't tend to.
He still graduated with honors and stuff in a military academy, so if I recall that correctly.
Yeah, he was West Point.
Yeah, so
yeah, they said, I forget what it was.
So you could shoehorn one in. Don't. I don't.
So going with a Fantastic Four movie, though, what villain do we want? What villain would, if we were in charge? What
The
villain do we want?
UFOs.
Too early.
The Underminer.
The Mole Man would not be horrible.
Get you some giant monsters and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want Doom until 2. Yeah, because Fox X-Men, Fantastic Four had the same problem Fox X-Men had. They would put Doom in every damn movie.
Yeah.
And the trick is Doom's got his own thing, and there's my big thing. I do not want the Fantastic Four and Doom to share an origin. I'm sick of that crap. They don't share an origin.
Yeah.
Doom's got his own thing. Let Doom do his own thing. I've heard rumors of a Doom movie. I don't want a Doom movie either. I want Doom to show up as Reed's college roommate and get messed up, and then I don't want to see Doom until 2. Let Doom show up after, let you think Doom's dead, let him show up in 2 as Dr. Doom after people have been established. Yeah, Mole Man, go straight from the comics. What do you fight? Mole Man, get to fight giant monsters. That'd be neat.
Watch the Thing punch giant monsters.
And the trick is, hell, if you get to 3, Hulk. I want my damn Hulk Thing fight.
Yeah, a Hulk Thing fight would be awesome.
Now that they got them both, there's 2 fucking fights that I'd like to see. Hulk Thing is number 1. Hulk Wolverine Wendigo is number 2.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
A Wendigo period.
I could live with seeing a Johnny Storm Spider-Man interaction, but it's kind of a minor thing.
And if you got an adult Johnny Storm,
Yeah.
those worked best when they were about the same age, and now you got
But the trick
you
is,
got preschool or Spider-Man.
yeah, but that's the trick. You don't know how old Johnny, because if they start at the beginning, Johnny Storm's a teenager. There ain't no clue. You don't have no rhyme or reason that Johnny may not be Teen Johnny when he shows up.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're gonna fight each other because Johnny Storm's gonna be like, I like Captain America the best, and Spider-Man will immediately web his mouth and say, "You better have said Iron Man."
The only
And
thing
they begin a fight.
The only thing that kind of screws that up was, Johnny was a hero first, so the relationship would be skewed. Because that was the thing is, Spidey still looked at Johnny as, and Johnny looks at himself as the elder hero. We were first. Johnny's the one that actually gets Pete to continue being Spider-Man after Doc Ock beat the living piss out of him.
And the way they fix that, Time Stone.
Well, the trick is to get mutants and all that. They're gonna have to do something. They cannot have. At least I can't see how in the hell they'll have the Marvel universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe that you've been watching, and add X-Men to it because where they been.
You got,
All of a sudden, mutants just go.
and you also
Maybe
always have
one of the Infinity Stones gets destroyed, irradiates the planet. There had been mutants before, but they'd been few and far between. Now suddenly you have the explosion of them. It's an exploding Infinity Stone instead of atom bombs like it was in the books.
You're gonna have to do something.
Reality Stone.
Or after this year, they take that year off that looks like they're going to take. And then just
It would be fun if Endgame had one of those kind of this last reboot of Secret Wars kind of endings where, you end up with a different.
Oh, we just F the entire universe up.
Yeah.
But somebody managed to get the gauntlet and put something close to right back together.
Well, even the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon, remember how Bucky came back? Because Bucky died, and then when you have the one with the cosmic cube that nobody believes works, Strucker and Steve both touch it at the same time. It goes off and doesn't look like anything changed. It was like, well, what happened? Well, nothing. It's fake. But you find out Bucky survived the explosion because of that.
Because it was kind of wish fulfillment. And that was
Yep.
one of Steve's biggest wishes.
Yep.
Man, I wish that 12-year-old I carried around for years didn't die.
Man, you should feel guilty about child endangerment.
Yeah, Bucky was a little older than that. Not by much.
Besides, Bucky wasn't really a sicko until, Brubaker got a hold of you, find out. You know how you thought Bucky was the cute, innocent Robin type? Ha ha! No! He was the throat! He was the throat cutter that let Steve seem like a hero.
Now, I appreciate that Brubaker got that idea looking at the old covers, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed,
Every
Cap
time you
punches a Nazi. Cap hits a Nazi with his shield.
Bucky's machine gunning people.
Got a machine gun in both hands.
Yeah.
Look, he had one for him, and he had Captain America's as well, because Captain America said, son, got your license for these? No, sir, I'm 14. Whatever. Have mine, too.
Technically, I think he was supposed to be 16.
Oh, well, that's better, but not...
He was 16, but had lied about his age to get in.
Yeah.
And then
But
Captain
it's like everybody in the camp kind of knew it, so he wasn't really front line.
And let's be honest, he was always carrying a grease gun. Yeah, we know this kid is 14. We also know he's armed. And apparently crazy. I see, but I don't see.
Because that's the fun thing is you always got the impression of Cap as, Captain America, grown-ass man, child sidekick. They were only 2 or 3 years apart in age.
Yeah.
Because Cap was only supposed to be 18 or 19 when they juiced him.
Yep.
He looked like a grown though.
Yeah. They drew Bucky like he was a little younger than he was supposed to be, truthfully.
It's Robin. If Robin was in a war and sprayed people with machine gun fire.
It's, what
He's
Frank
Snyder.
Miller wrote Robin,
He's Snyder Robin.
He's Snyder Robin. Kind of like the kid in Brightburn is Snyder Superman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell, I would not have been surprised if those crappy movies that carried on, if Robin showed up and was like spraying people with machine guns. It's Snyder Robin. Snyder Robin don't play that shit. Make me run around in fairy boots, will you? Laugh at me now, bastards. just spray the hell out of half of Batman's road? I'm pretty sure he did.
To get back to the Marvel stuff, though, I would like to see Annihilus introduced in a Fantastic Four movie.
Where you could have Annihilation.
Even though I know it would be nowhere near as good as the books, I would not mind an Annihilation version.
I would be giddy just for that Herald My Rage scene in a live action movie.
And that was one thing I saw, that it was one of your comic book spots. And it was them putting forth their theory, not so much anything Marvel has said. Asking if Galactus could be the next big threat in the MCU. And I'm sitting there reading it going, God, I hope not.
Yeah.
Because that's just Thanos 2, you know, for all intents and
They
purposes.
don't need a space villain.
No, yeah, they need to
For the
avoid
next one,
space.
they need to contract.
One thing they might think about doing, having your space villain show up. But have your space characters dealing with it. Guardians is dealing with it. Captain Marvel's dealing with it. If you've introduced the Silver Surfer, he's dealing with it. If you've introduced Nova, he's dealing with it. And then you have a terrestrial threat that the terrestrial-based heroes are dealing with.
Trick is, you ain't got terrestrial-based heroes worth a damn right now.
Or villains, for that matter. It's something they need to fix. They need more of their heroes running around. They needed some flipping villains.
Yeah, they've needed that for years now.
That has been their weak spot all the way through.
But you know, Doom would be nice.
Mm-hmm. And he's willing
But
to pop up
truthfully-
as a threat anywhere.
More than Doom, I'd rather see him do something with Zemo. I'd like to see the Masters of Evil. I'd like to see any damn villain team show up. I would like the
Wrecking
UFOs, but the trick is you can't have the Wrecking Crew without Thor, and the way they did Thor nerfed the hell out of them because they went and made them aliens, not gods. You know, they didn't start doing anything that might be a god with Thor until Ragnarok, and it damn near immediately went away in Infinity War. Because that's the trick, is if you don't make them gods, you can't have the Absorbing Man other than that whack-ass TV version. You can't have the crew because you can't have the Wrecker. That was magic. It's fucking magic.
Yeah.
And this...
Loki was responsible for both of those, wasn't he?
Mhm. Both trying to get rid of Thor's ass. Well, hell, because people like Loki, they went damn near good guy with him, to the point that I've seen different theories where they go, well, maybe, Loki was awful damn evil in the Avengers. Maybe it was the Mind Stone screwing with him. Well, good Lord. Then that means you don't really have... They short on villains. They short... and they really...
There's supposed to be a Loki show on Disney+. Plus.
Yeah, but we don't know if that's set current or set in the past.
Very true.
Because they won't let you know if Loki comes back or not. You know Scarlet Witch and Vision are coming back because they got a show. The only show I'm really looking forward to that I heard they've got on there is the Mackie Stan show. Winter Soldier and Falcon. I'm looking forward to that one. Because by God, the Mackie Stan show is what I look forward to on the press corps when they do a movie.
Yeah.
Because they are messed. I can watch that crap for hours. Maggie don't give them.
They riff on each other or something fierce.
And that's the trick is Maggie don't give a damn what he says. Hell, like Conan O'Brien that they did for Endgame where all of them are there and they're comparing themselves to different kind of meat. And it was like, who was a pork chop and who was, like Kobe beef and who was this. And then Mackie comes in, basically goes, he was salmon. He was healthy and had, omega-3 fatty acids. And then when Scarlett Johansson says something, he compares her to a sweet potato because she tastes better with brown sugar and butter on her.
Yep. She turns.
See,
she
he does that
turns
now. Hashtag me too.
She turned 3 shades of Scarlet when he said that.
What? You're the healthy carb. You taste better with brown sugar and butter sprinkled on you. You basically have Conan going, this is all unusable. I've got millions of dollars in talent here, and this segment is completely unusable.
What happens when you compare people to meat is you're going to get something...
Well, as long as you compare the men to meat, they care. When they want to sprinkle butter and brown sugar on the women, it goes off.
Then it's all weird.
To be fair, it sounded weird from the start. But...
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I guess we've covered the subject pretty well.
I told you.
You know, what we wanted, what we want out of the X-Men, what we want out of the FF. The sad fate of New Mutants.
Damn 'em. Damn the horse would brung 'em. It wasn't going to be a good movie.
No,
It just wasn't.
It wasn't. At least it's not suffering quite as sad a fate as the Corman Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Where the only place you could see it was, you know,
Bootleg.
bootleg copies sold at the back doors at cons.
Psst, psst. I got that Corman Fantastic Four. It wasn't even premium crack neither. It was crack made by somebody that didn't know what the hell they were doing. It was
Hey, Corman gave you
It, the Star
the
Wars
most
76.
comic accurate Doctor Doom
That's true.
you have seen.
That's true.
Yeah.
He really did. He also gave you a Human Torch that turned into a cartoon when he finally flamed on and outran a laser beam.
He made the entire thing on $1 million. I gotta give the man some credit for that.
Is that a broomstick up under Reed's? Oh god, never mind.
His thing was not horrible.
His thing was not horrible. It's where most of the budget went.
Yeah, probably. So anyway, that wraps us up for today.
You just have to glue a bunch of rocks onto somebody's face.
I have been the experienced some called Jason, and with me,
The token of Tarky.
What the hell was that?
I caught him unprepared, so the name even kind of worked.
CDL 113.
And the Todd Fall.
And we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Peace.